Welcome to the Ranger Chamber, and this is the Creation Chamber.
Hello Ranger Nation! Wow, here we are again. But wait, here we are again on the Ranger Chamber, but we're here doing something brand new. Yes, it is time for our very first Creation Chamber video with your host, me, Joe from the Ranger Chamber team. Now, as you know, today on the 1st of August, it's our 1-year anniversary since we started the Ranger Chamber, rebranded from Gold King Ranger a year ago today. So I thought it'd be really fantastic if I do some, we thought the Ranger Chamber team and myself thought it would be good if we did something brand new. So, in this awesome video, in the Creation Chamber videos, myself and another team member, you know, Gary, Peter, Scott and Kirsty, Jason, whoever, will be teaching you how to either cook something or make and do something Power Rangers related. But for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make Fruit Ranger smoothies. So, without further ado, let's, we better get started because it's making time! Okie dokie, so now we're here in the Ranger Chamber kitchen, or at least my kitchen. Okay, so as I said, we are going to make Fruit Ranger smoothies. Now, first things first, we need to obviously prepare. First of all, you need to remember, in a kitchen, you must take care, so always have a grown-up there. So make sure you have a parent, or your guardian, or an older ranger friend to help you with all the cutting and using the machinery and things like that. So obviously the first thing, and now the next thing we need to do is we're going to need to wash our hands with soap and water. So we need to wash our hands. I've got lovely soapy water, so we're going to put that in there. Wash your hands, get your hands all nice and clean. Like that. And then we've got a towel, tea towel, or just a towel just to dry your hands. Like so. And now my hands are nice and clean. Oh good, your hands are nice and clean. Now what we need to do is we need to get our apron. So here's my apron. Just going to put that on. Oops, with that knocking my cap off. Right, so I'm just going to put my apron on and tie that on. Because remember, you need to wear an apron to protect your clothes when you're in the kitchen. And just in case anything splashes on you, you don't want it to ruin your clothes or anything. And I certainly don't want it to ruin my lovely t-shirt. Okay, now we need to move on to the equipment we will need and our ingredients. So let's take a look. Okay, so now we need to take a look at the equipment we need and the ingredients. First, let's check out our ingredients we need. So, what we will need for this recipe, we'll need a yellow banana, perfectly represents the Yellow Ranger. We will also need an apple. I've got this nice red apple here, looking lovely. We'll need some blackberries. And we've also got some raspberries and some blueberries. So blueberries for Blue Ranger, raspberries for Pink Ranger, and blackberries for the Black Ranger. And of course, we'll need some apple juice as well. And for the equipment, we will need, I've got an apple slicer, so I can cut out my apple and take out the core. We'll need a measuring cup. These will be for your berries. We'll also have a sieve, but that will come later on. We'll also need a chopping board and a knife. But remember young rangers, you are not allowed to use, you should not be touching and using sharp knives. Make sure to have a grown-up or adult or older ranger friend to help you with cutting fruit and such. And last of all, you will need your favourite Power Ranger couple mug. Now I'm using my 2017 Power Rangers movie mug because, well, it's my favourite. And you'll need that to drink your smoothie with. Or you could use a nice big cup if you really love your smoothies. Okay, so without further ado, I think it's time we got this party started. Well, or should I say Ranger smoothie party started. Let's make a start. Okay, let's get this party started. Okay, so first of all, we're going to open the blender because we'll need to start putting our bits and pieces in. So first I'm going to take my apple juice. So I've got a fresh carton of apple juice and I'm just going to pour some of that into here. Now the reason you need a bit of apple juice is because it helps to mix all the fruit together in the blender. Now we're going to start things off with some fruit. So I'm going to start off with, well, let me think, Mastodon is first. So I'm going to start us off with the blackberries. So I'm going to put some nice I'm going to fill this cup full of blackberries. Just bung it all in. Just bung those in there. So I'm going to fill this cup up to the top. Oh, look at that. That's a full cup of, that's a nice full cup of blackberries. So then those go, like that. Now that's all empty. So that is going, right, this isn't recyclable, so that's got to go in the bin, but this plastic is recyclable, so that's going in my recycling bin. Because remember, Ranger Nation, reduce, reuse, recycle. Because we want to recycle all the materials we use to help save this earth and make this earth a greener place. So, I'm going to, I need to plug up my blender. So I'm just going to just plug my blender in. Remember kids, when it comes to plugging up electrical appliances like a blender, make sure you have your adult, make sure you have an adult, older ranger friend, your parent or guardian do this bit for you. Right, turn this on, and now we're going to blend, we're going to fast pulse to get it started. And now, you want to blend it for a bit so it mixes it all together. There we go. That's looking nice. So right now it's more like an apple with blackberry juice, but obviously we've got to still add more fruit to it. So next up we're going to now open this up and add some raspberries. So I'm going to fill this cup of raspberries. Now obviously this one is not, now unfortunately I've only got a pack that only has a little bit of raspberries, but overall it should turn out just fine. Because what we want is, you can probably add a lot more raspberries, but it depends on how much you like raspberries. Now, the thing with raspberries, they're quite tarty, so they'll make your smoothie nice and tarty. So, I'm going to bung those in. So, in go the raspberries. Lovely stuff. Now, remember, raspberries and blackberries tend to be a bit pippy, but that's when the filter will come in, where the sieve will come in use later on. Right. Lovely stuff. Just going to have a quick smell. Ooh, that smells lovely. It's got, if this was only smell-o-vision, you could probably smell the fruit coming out. So you've got the lovely blend of raspberries and blackberries. But now we got to do blueberries. So in go the blueberries. La 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 la. La, la. I'm just going to use them all. All those blueberries look nice. Now again, blueberries are pippy as well, so again, that's why we're going to put them in and we're going to blend it, and then we're going to use the sieve later on. So let's blend those in. Awesome stuff. Okay, so that's all our berries mixed now. Now, next up we're going to use this banana. So simply what we're going to do is we're going to peel this banana, and then this banana, oh this banana's really, this banana's nice and ripe. You can tell how a banana is ripe because of how soft it feels, especially because when you feel how soft it is, and also it's almost like it's gone a bit mushy. Now, with the banana skin, I'm going to put this in a special bin that I have for a compost heap. Because what you can do with any bits of fruit and vegetables that you maybe do with your cookery is you can use it to make a compost heap, to make really nice planty earth for your garden. Okay, now the next bit is obviously we've got to chop this banana with a knife and on the chopping board. But remember, as I've said, Ranger Nation, never use a knife except for an adult like myself. So remember to always ask an adult, your parent, guardian or older ranger friend to help you with this bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop the banana nice and finely into nice thin bits like this. Chop, chop, chop. Do it very carefully. There we go. Now I'm going to just open the blender at the top and put in a banana. And that goes in the banana. Now bananas have a very strong smell and a very strong flavour to them, so it will give your smoothie a nice kick. But then again, it's not related to the Yellow Ranger for nothing. Lovely stuff, that's nice and blended. Let's take this top off so I can... Ooh, that's a nice smell coming through there. Lovely fruity smell. Now we've got to add our fifth fruit, an apple. Now obviously if you don't, you could use one of these. This is an apple slicer, but of course if you don't have an apple slicer, you can always get an adult friend, parent guardian to cut an apple up with you with a knife and fork. But again, I ask you, if you have one of these, make sure you get an adult helps you to use this tool because it's still very sharp. So, we're going to put this on here. I'm going to move the knife out of the way, and then we're going to use the chopping board and this apple slicer to cut my apple into pieces like this. I'm going to take the core out. Oop. Now sometimes that tends to happen, but again, that's going to go straight into the compost bin, like so. And I'm now going to take the slices off, like so. Now, you could bung them in as they are, but I find it's better. Right, now, put that aside. Right. Now, the next step we're going to do is now I find the best way to craft apples to go into a smoothie is to cut them up into smaller bits. So remember, ask a grown-up to do this bit for you because knives are very sharp and you don't want to cut yourself. There we go, I'm just going to quickly cut these up into little square pieces like so. If you've got smaller slices then you don't have to cut them into too many big slices, but I think the more slices you can cut into them, the better. That's nearly done. There we go, so I'm cutting them up into lovely little squares, like so. Ooh, looks like I missed one, hold on. There we go. Right, so that's our apple, our lovely red apple all cut up. So I'm going to just bring the blender forward just a bit, and then I'm going to put our bit of apple in there as well. Right. Now this is our last fruit, so let's give this a nice blend. First we're going to pulse. Then stop. Pulse again. And then that's all done. So now I can switch off my blender because this is ready. Now, let's give it that final smell test. Ah, that smells lovely. I can smell all the different fruits coming through and it smells absolutely wonderful. Okay, now on to the last step, tasting it. But first, we're going to take our favourite cup or mug, like this, and this is where the sieve is going to come into play. So, I'm going to place my sieve, I'm going to get that ready. Now, I'm going to take my smoothie in a very nice jug, and as you see, it's like a nice purple colour, but all those lovely fruits are all blended nicely together. Now the reason I've got the sieve here is because it's to stop any seeds, because remember I told you that blueberries, blackberries and raspberries have all those little pips and bits. Well, by pouring your smoothie very slowly with your blender, with the blender, the juice and all the smoothie juice goes into the mug, but the pips and the seeds don't stay completely where they are. Now sometimes you need to get a spoon. I'm just going to grab a spoon and just sort of encourage it to come through. Sometimes it doesn't want to come through because obviously the seeds tend to block the way. So if you get a spoon and just move the juice round and round in a circle, so that you're just moving the seeds out of the way, and then that goes in. Lovely stuff. There we go. Alright, that looks lovely. I'm going to put that on top of there, on top of my smoothie jug. Alright, that looks fantastic. Okay, so now I'm just, well, we're now going to have a little taste. But allow me to get comfortable first. So, see you in a little while. Okay, now it's time for the tasting test. So, how does this taste? Let's see. It's got a very nice flavour. I definitely taste the raspberries because of their tartiness. So maybe if you don't like raspberries, maybe you could substitute it for something else that's probably pink. Maybe a pink lady apple would be nice, and then, or maybe you can substitute the red apple for another red fruit. Maybe cherries, or maybe strawberries would be a lovely choice. Overall, it's lovely. Oh, I could taste the banana. Oh, God, this is lovely. Well, it's fair to say this smoothie gets a thumbs up. One tip I want to give you guys is, depending on how much juice you put in, your smoothie could come out all pulpy and bit pulpy, not really like a nice smoothie, because the idea of a smoothie is it's meant to be smooth. And if you remember to cut up some of the fruit before you put them in. Some fruits you can't really cut up, like you can't really cut up raspberries and blueberries. Well, blueberries you could cut up, but berries like blackberries and raspberries you can't really cut them up because of the way they are. But overall, this smoothie is absolutely lovely, and I'd just like to thank everybody today for joining me on this lovely Creation Chamber video. It's been great fun to do this for you lovely people, because, well, there isn't many Power Ranger cookery videos on YouTube, so myself and the team thought we should make some. And of course, there'll be many more to come, not just for cookery, but also don't forget to join myself and Gary as we do our first arts and crafts make and do video together in our next Creation Chamber video. And of course, Ranger Nation, that is it. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching. Please remember to like the video, share the video, comment below, and your question of the day, well, what's your favourite fruit? And if you could make your own Power Ranger fruit smoothie based on a Power Ranger series, what fruits would you use? Maybe for Dino Thunder you could do strawberries, bananas and blueberries. They would go nicely together. or maybe Dino Fury. You could maybe a Dino Fury smoothie. You could do a nice green apple, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, maybe a blackberry, or maybe you could even use vegetables. And of course, as always, go subscribe, because we've got many more videos coming out right here on the Rangers Chamber. And I'd just like to say, again, a massive thank you for supporting our channel over the last year. It's been an absolute pleasure to do all these amazing content for you incredible Ranger fans. And that's it. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching. May the power protect you. And myself and the Ranger Chamber team will see you back here on the Ranger Chamber channel, well, next time. See you, Ranger Nation. Cheers.